Keep clapping, gas me up, gas me up. Keep clapping. All right.
What would you like your community to be like 10, 20, or 30 years from now? What are 3 things you can do now to make this vision more likely? To hear more options, press 3.
I just feel like someone has to take a stand to stop gentrification, and the black people need to come together and basically get their land back.
So that was my operator voice on a refurbished telephone in a gallery in Portland, and the voice of a class of 2019 graduate from Jefferson High School, one of the last to graduate in a majority black class anywhere in the state of Oregon, the result of wave after wave of community rupture. I hear him, and as a granddaughter of the Great Migration, I say to black people in my city and elsewhere, let's come together and let's take a stand. Because the city that I live in, the cities that you live in, were not built for black life. Instead, our communities have been treated as a dangerous blight, which during urban renewal had to be cut out of the map. And now, with the gentrification that looks to once again excise black life and leave black people in a mural, but not in the house next door. So as we fly over this 1-mile stretch of this city, that could be any city, let's give way to a collective reckoning with the past. These sports arenas, freeways, and hospitals have meant the raising of black communities in the name of progress. Our project, the Black Life Experiential Research Group, brings together various black thinkers, practitioners, and community members in interdisciplinary collaboration. Black life goes beyond the metrics of black death. Black life means black people's joy, pain, longing, love, celebration, anger, righteousness, and resilience. It means black places as sites of black memory, black claims, and black possibilities. Experiential research for us means that art, activism, and scholarship all work in tandem. We use data and theory to back up our claims and build a radical imagination of space and place. We use art to capture community envisioned proposals and channel the resources to put them into practice. This is what it looks like when we do that. We park a mobile podcast studio at the corner store and host conversations on the organizing needs of emerging black femme leaders. And we sit down and chat with random neighbors that pull up to the corner store for snacks and end up giving voice to African immigrant experience in the neighborhood. We listen to young people reminisce about the community they knew growing up and the alienation they feel being priced out of it. And then we sit and sift through archival documents that help us understand those feelings within racist civic structures. We also bring archives to light in public intervention, to revise the city's monuments and reflect its true history. In the shadow of a boulder that honors colonialist founders, we place a lightbox that memorializes black homes taken to build a coliseum. And alongside that counterplaque, we fill the night with the flickering light of an elder, the warm timbre of her voice, outspoken and in reverie, seeps into that gutted landscape. This reverie of black geography is laid out in ink. I adorn Sir Lady Java, a black and gender nonconforming artist and activist, with a crown of Los Angeles twilight. These are the details from a large print in progress, a container for scholarly citation, activist history, and my own family's joyful hardship that for generations has moved us along waterways and highways by force and by choice under brightly colored skies. Next year, I'll gild these pathways on a brick building, scaling up for public art that will welcome back black families to the neighborhood that have been forced out, on streets renamed Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. We're also thinking of black interiority on these streets as we hear a teenager tell her mother's immigration story from Jamaica and illustrate that diaspora in a comic book. We use the space of an exhibition to put that story next to migration stories of the Black South and record grandfathers talking to grandsons about the agony of exclusion while speaking their love and self-preservation across generations.
Oregon, a lot of people don't know, but maybe the only state in the Union that was constituted as for white only. And that has its own set of, byproducts, experiences, housing and friendships. And it was like a plague. Being black was like, you sense that you weren't supposed to be here, but you coped.
And to help people cope, we illuminate gentrifying streets with a marquee of daily messages for the Black community, still holding on to their places of belonging. Phrases we invite these young, vibrant researchers to curate. We also operate a DIY newspaper, the Black Life Sentinel, which links historical injustices to the city's current plans while building Black participation in civic decision-making. And as we keep coming together with Black people in art spaces, corner stores, schools, sidewalks, city hall, and their homes, we're asking ourselves, how does our work and collective imagination become a spatialized transformation of the places we live? So let's hover over that 1 mile wide city slice again. Let's invest in reimagining civic landscapes that support Black life. Imagine community-controlled archives, print studios, a youth council, emerging art spaces within new affordable housing, and a permanent space for art and research based within a Black radical community land trust. We need continued funding to pay local camera women, archivists, illustrators, and community organizers. We need the expertise of policy advisors, business and land trust consultants, and we need to travel and connect to similar work being done on the ground in other cities. So I'll say it again, let's come together for Black life. Thank you.